Hello everyone and welcome back to the Auburn University RFID Lab monthly update. I am Justin Patton, the director of the RFID Lab. Several updates for you here at the beginning of the summer. One is we just came back from RFID Journal Live a few weeks ago, saw many of you there. Had some great sessions. We had a lunch session with our brands and retailers as we do every year. Excellent representation, especially from the European retailers and brands, so that was good. Dr. Hargrave did some presentations and workshop sections. I had a presentation on Zipper. We were kind of all over the place, so lots of good follow-up from that event. I look forward to seeing you all at the fall event for RFID Journal in Europe, and then also I believe we'll be at the RFID Fashion Apparel event in the fall as well. Closer to home, this past weekend was graduation, so there were students everywhere on campus and everybody getting ready to go home for the summer. I want to call out two of our graduating seniors. Yibo is graduating with his PhD in electrical engineering. He's been with us for many years. Yibo was part of the development team behind the drone system as well as the ground robot. Yibo is currently looking for a job here in the next few months, so if those of you are interested, especially some folks who have some strong experience with RFID and automation, we've got somebody for you. Give us a call. We'll be happy to connect you with Yibo. Also, Sachi. Sachi has been on the Zipper team. He's been processing a lot of the data that we've been getting between the brands and the retailers. Sachi has a huge amount of experience with serialized data, especially EPC as compared to barcode and ASN information. Again, if you have any interest of someone that has that background and has a strong data processing background, Sachi has his master's in information systems, and give us a call and we'll connect you directly with him as well. Speaking of Zipper, we are coming down the line in terms of the final paper, so we're preparing the last few sections of the document itself. We have gotten some excellent data so far. We've been kind of breaking this down into storylines that we've seen between these borders that are processing from the brands to the retailers. Some of them are more of a validation, so here's what the ASN said, here's what we saw from RFID, everything matches, we look good. And then the most interesting ones are when the RFID does not exactly match the ASN, and we feel like we found a few instances where we've uncovered some inaccuracies in how things were supposed to have been shipped, but we actually discovered what really happened with the RFID, so you'll see some of that in there as well. It's very interesting. I don't know if anyone has done an ASN accuracy study, RFID or not, in many years, so this is pretty cool to kind of go back and readdress some of those systems as well. And along with that, the timing is excellent because it has been a huge topic push, especially in the past 3 or 4 months. Serialization is across the board something that we have been asked to address, both from those folks who are using RFID and EPC that have serialized data that they're trying to transfer. We're seeing some programs from retailers that are trying to address anti-counterfeiting and authenticity. They've started pushing some serialization programs back to the brands there. We have seen many blockchain projects in the past year in the retail supply chain or in the aviation supply chain. And in retail especially, it requires some type of serialization at a per item level to operate fully in a blockchain environment. So that kind of dovetails back pretty well with what's going on there as well. And then in aviation, with the paperless group, serialization is a primary component to that. And we're seeing some more movement on the digital twinning concept with tracking parts history and things there too. So it's good. It's been a lucky confluence of what's happening with the RFID world and just the serialization push in general. Upcoming events, GS1 Connect, Wednesday, June 6th. I will be speaking, I believe my presentation session starts at 3 p.m. We're going to present on Zipper. Should have some kind of a final update on the report. You'll see some of the stories there, you'll see some of the information that we're talking about, and you'll hear a little bit more about phase 2 and moving into the next phase of the project with some of our other partners. That's good. Immediately following GS1 Connect will be our board meeting. It's on June 14th here. For those of you who are on the board, I will see you down there in June, as well as some of the guests that we brought in as well. Something that we're doing this time that's a little bit newer is we're doing some breakout sessions. As you remember, last year our board meetings were typically half a day. We've expanded so much in the past year that the board meeting will be a full day. focused on retail and aviation, half days each. And then we'll have breakout sessions the next morning. One breakout session is going to be focused on aviation. They're going to do a tour of the Auburn Airport facility and the new aviation building that Delta gave some funding to put in. We talked about some projects and demonstrators that we work with in conjunction with that program, so we're very happy to be working with them, and look forward to kind of showcasing a little bit about what that new relationship looks like. Another breakout session we'll be having on Friday is going to be focused on blockchain in the retail supply chain. We had a smaller end user group at the last board meeting. We got some excellent feedback on that, and we're opening that up a little more broadly. We'll be having kind of a group session for all those folks who are interested in that area. Most of the blockchain projects in retail have been more narrowly focused on food and kind of closed loop blockchains. We're really pushing this from the concept of open supply chain, CPG type tagging, and trying to get beyond that barrier there too. So more about that at the meeting. For those of you who are on the board or guests to this next board meeting, look forward to seeing you there. If you're not and you're interested, give us a shout. I'll be happy to talk to you about how you might be able to participate in the board in the future as well. With that, thank you very much. Enjoy your summer. We'll see you back here next month with some updates on our next events, and hopefully that final paper on Zipper. So thank you all. See you soon.